Hello, beautiful witches and wanderers. Welcome to the Mother Moon channel, where I talk about my knowledge and understanding of witchcraft this far, and I also provide tarot readings. And today we're going to be doing a special reading in regards to which goddess or goddesses, there might be multiple that come up, that are going to be helping and assisting you in this part of your life right now. So the way that I work with the goddesses is I just simply ask them who would like to show themselves and work with me right now during a harder period of my life. So if you clicked on this video, then you might be going through something right now. In that case, what I am going to do is like this beautiful green candle for growth, and I'm going to be lighting this incense just for, well, for me really, because you can't smell it, but it smells really good, trust me. That just helps me keep the energies neutral through everything, through each and every visual reading. All right, so what we're going to do first, this is a general reading, of course. So what you're going to do is you're just going to pick one of the three piles here, pile number 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to insert a close-up in a minute so that you can stop and pause on the video if you'd like to meditate on which one you think is calling towards you. Just pick whichever one is resonating towards you. You can close your eyes and open, and just whichever one you kind of feel is looking at you as well is the pile. You can also write pile 1, 2, and 3 on a piece of paper, and ball each one of them up, shake them all up, and then pick the one, and that will be the one that you click. There's a couple ways to do it. You can use pendulums. There's a lot of ways, but really just try and harness your intuition. These are a wonderful opportunity to really practice your intuitive abilities and to trust what comes to you. And if you click on the video or you click on the timestamp for the pile that you chose and it's not resonating, feel free to click another one. And sometimes you'd be surprised that the one that you were resonating with you didn't click on, and we sometimes do that, so that's okay. But this is a general reading, so if everything doesn't resonate, that's totally fine. Take what does, leave the rest. All right, so I'm gonna insert the clip here of the up close, and then I'll see what you're reading. So here are the crystals close up. So we have crystal number 1, crystal number 2, crystal number 3. You can just choose from whatever one you want. If you need to pause in the video right now to pick which one resonates with you, please do so. Otherwise, I will see what you're reading. All right, so this is for everyone who chose pile number 1 with this beautiful crystal here. I don't know the names of all these crystals. If you do, I would love information down in the comments. This looks like smoky quartz to me, but I don't think that it is. I think it's something different. It looks, a lot of crystals can look very similar. But if you do know the name of it, fantastic. Please let me know. I have way too many, and I don't really know the names of half of them. So I'm going to be picking a card from my goddess deck, which is an oracle deck. And I brought my tarot cards with me as well, so that I can get a little bit more clarity on what they're going to be helping you with, okay? So first, we're just going to ask the goddesses. Please show yourself if you would like to work with everyone who picked pile number 1. Please show yourself if you would like to work with the people who picked pile number 1. Interesting. You have a very interesting, curious energy. Let's see. Wow, beautiful. I'm getting a very interesting energy from you guys. I'm actually having a hard time placing it right now. You might be a very close-off individual normally, or yeah, I don't know if you just come to the table ready to hold frame, like hold a poker face, because I'm just getting this very like stoic kind of energy from you. Okay, so anyways, the goddess who came to you is Goddess Lakshmi. I think I pronounced that wrong. Lakshmi. I apologize if, once again, hey, if you know how to pronounce these names better than I do, please let me know. She is a goddess of good fortune, and she's come to you right now. So if she's coming to you and she wants to work with you, it's usually when a goddess comes to work with you, or any kind of deity comes to work with you, it's usually has to do with the fact that they can help you in an area of your life that you are already putting effort into. They're not going to come into your life or support you if you're not actively participating in the field in which they want to help you in. So right away, I'm thinking that you're trying to manifest something, whether it be more abundance in your life, just in general speaking, or if you've been having, I feel like you've already been kind of manifesting something. I feel like you've already been receiving a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to get right into this. So I'm going to ask what situation Goddess Lakshmi would like to help you with. What situation? Oh my goodness. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's lots going on here. Lots and lots of conversation. It's weird. It's like, I think that as soon as, if you walk to a table, if you come up, let's say you're here, you come up to my table, you're a little bit hesitant. You don't really want to put your face on. But then as soon as you might hear something that you like or that's non-threatening, you open up. Yes, Queen of Swords. Okay, so I think that you're working on discipline right now. You have a lot of beautiful things going on in your life right now. I think that you're learning how to kind of balance everything, though. Sometimes when we have a lot of good things coming into our life, it's hard to balance that. So I think that Goddess Lakshmi is going to be helping me to do that. The Queen of Swords came up first, which makes me think that you really are trying to find this diplomacy of yourself, this centered self, which I think is why you came to the table a little bit stoic, because you're trying really hard to be, to have the upper hand, we'll say, which isn't a bad thing. It just sometimes can prevent you from interacting with people. Well, it can prevent you from interacting with people, but it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. The Queen of Swords is somebody who knows her position in life. She didn't get where she is by not having to go through some hard things. So I think that now that you have all these you've got these things kind of coming into your life, you really want to protect them. You're like, hey, I had to suffer for that. Not that you really have to. We don't have to suffer for things to come in. That's a misconception. But what I am saying is that there are like a lot of blessings coming into your life, and I'm getting the feeling that you're kind of looking at them going, all right, when's the other shoe going to drop? When is this all going to turn around? And so Goddess Lakshmi is going to come in. You can call on her whenever you'd like. All right. Now, a lot of people, when they do deity work, this is completely subjective. You can do whatever you'd like. If you want to put offerings on an altar for a deity, or you simply just want to close your eyes, meditate, and call them in, or if you just want to say, hey, goddess, please help me. Goddesses are not, they're not three-dimensional beings. They don't have egos. You're not working with opposition. You're working with just soul love energy. So anytime that you're working with any deities, in my opinion, you can call on them whenever you'd like and ask for their guidance and help. Now, that goddess, deity, whatever you like, in this case, this goddess, she'll come in and she will help you manage this. Because she brings fortune, she also knows that it takes a good evenness in your hand to hold the weight of a lot of fortune. So she will help you to balance this. Now, what I also hear is the Ace of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. And so I'm really feeling like things are switching for you and they're continuing to grow, but there's still a little bit of hesitancy and, not hesitancy. That's the wrong word. It's more like, give me a second here. I'm just trying to see, once again, you're a little bit standoffish. You're like a teeter-totter. Right when you don't like something, you reserve yourself because you're preparing to react better than you used to. So things are turning in your favor, but because you haven't had the easiest time getting here, and it's come at a time where you kind of were like, I had to get this, like this had to be here. I wasn't like in a great position, and then all these fortunate things started coming my way. I was in a very low place, and then these things started coming my way. So you almost feel like you had to pay for it with your sacrifice, which isn't true. What just happened was you ended up shifting your vibration, your frequency, because the bad situation puts you in a situation that you didn't like. And we can't know what we do like if we don't know what we don't like. So because you were able to see that, and you were in a position where you were like, I'm not dealing with this anymore, that vibrational switch is what caused this to come in. So yes, we do need to go through lower times in order to understand. Having that contrast in life is what allows us to see what we don't like and what we do like, you know? And so that we can ask for that every time. If you go to a salad bar or whatever, and you're like, yeah, throw everything on there, and then you eat your salad, you're like, oh, I really didn't like having fruits in my salad. Now you know next time to just not say everything but the fruits, and then you're going to get a perfect salad, and you can get that every single time without fail. And that's how manifestation works. You know, we don't have to repeat things. We just often choose to because we feel as though we're not in control of our lives. And I feel a little bit as though you're really trying to harness in this control, like really trying to understand your control without ruining what's come into your life, if that makes any sense. So that's really strongly what I'm getting right now. But two things I want to say. One is to just simply enjoy this. The best way to keep it going is to enjoy it, to stay in a high vibration, the same expectant energy that brought you here to in the first place. Keep that going, because the moment that you, once again, if you switch, so you have that perfect salad, you're eating it, you're just going, oh my God, somebody's going to come up any second now and throw fruit in my salad. You know, you think that, well, maybe the next time the only condiments that are there are the fruit, you know, and because you're constantly focusing on the fruit and not what you're eating, your attention is going towards the things you don't like instead of the things that you do like. So because now when you have all these wonderful things, it's like the only other thing you can think of if you're not enjoying what you have is what bad could happen, because you've got so much going on for you coming in. And if you don't have like everything right now on your plate, if you feel like you're still waiting for things, know that it's still coming. But the things that aren't coming are being held up because now that you've gotten a couple things, you're a little bit like, okay, well, when is it going to all fall away again? When am I just going to be punished again almost? There's this like kind of like out to get me energy. And I think it's just because you've had to go through a couple things. You really had to fight your way up to your throne. But that's where Goddess Lakshmi is going to come in for you. She is the perfect goddess to call on in this case, help you to appreciate the abundance you're getting. And just be humble about it, you know, but at the same time be extraordinarily grateful. And being humble and grateful go hand in hand. Being humble about something doesn't mean not thinking that you deserve it. Knowing you deserve what you have and being so thankful for it is the gratitude. Being humble comes from the fact that you understand that not everybody gets to have that. So if you were to have, you know, if someone's just like, you enjoy that because there's not going to be much left, they really, you know, you have to enjoy that. That's what they're saying, you know, enjoy what you have when you have it. And this is not to say things will go away, but there are ups and downs of life. And, you know, it's, for example, you know, Christmas happens, you get a new, whatever it is you want. Well, it's new and it's exciting and you got it then, but then a year from now, it might just be something that just sits on your shelf and it doesn't bring you the same kind of happiness. So it's not to say that all these things are going to go away, but our excitement and thrill of them only lasts a little bit, which is why it's so important for us to keep creating and to keep experiencing life and to not just stay where we are. Because through the contrast and sorting through life, we can find these new experiences and have these new desires that bring us that same joy as that Christmas present once did that now just sits on your freaking shelf. So they're saying, enjoy this right now, just soak it in, and that gratitude is actually going to pull more abundance to you. And it will just be new abundance. It's not that this is going to get taken away, it's just that there'll be just new stuff that replaces it. And that's fine. That's just evolution and growth. That's just living life. So really enjoy this right now. Keep doing what you're doing. Show up a little less stoic. if you can. But you know, we all have to manage our emotions in the best way that we know how. So if this is the way that you feel like you are being more successful at it, then continue. But it just did get a little bit more of this little hesitance, kind of like waiting for someone to aggravate you type of feeling. So just keep that in mind. And when it comes to everything else, just ask this goddess to come through for you and to help you balance things, to help you bring in more things if you'd like, or just to help you maybe share it or humble you, whatever it is. This goddess Lakshmi is going to be here to help you, okay? So pile number 1, that's all I have for you today. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope this was insightful and helpful. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye. Hi everyone. So this is for everyone who chose pile number 2, which is this beautiful purple crystal. I don't know what any of these crystals are, to be honest. So if you know, please let me know down in the comment section, but it is gorgeous. I understand why you would pull to it. So first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull from the goddess deck and see which goddess would like to assist you or come through for you right now. And then I'll pull from my tarot just to see a little bit more into the situation that they're going to be helping you with, okay? Which goddess would like to come through and help and assist everyone who picked pile number 2? Which goddess would like to come in for pile number 2 to help and assist? I feel like you've been having cravings. That word came into my head. That's totally fine. It's very normal. Everyone has them. Don't beat yourself up. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, a couple fell out, but I'm just going to stick with the one right now. She's really here. Okay. All right. Interesting that I got the word cravings and then this goddess comes up. So the goddess that's coming to work with you is goddess Gula, healing. Okay. Now I haven't actually worked with this goddess before, and so what I am going to do is I'm going to read from the book and just kind of give you her overall story. Really beautiful goddess, though. What I'm getting is there's snake energy. Okay, so I think this has to do with your mental space, healing your mental space, and this is going to heal everything else. You might be like, yeah, but I'm really just trying to get, fit, or I'm trying to just lose weight, or I'm trying to, heal something that's going on with me disease-wise or X, Y, and Z. But what she wants to do is come in first and heal your mindset, because your mindset can heal everything else. And the snake is very vital. The snake is an extraordinarily powerful healing animal. And so I'm just also getting that during all this, you can call on Goddess Gula as well, but also you can call on the power animal snake to help you as well. Okay, so I am going to read from the book, and then we will get a little bit more insight into your situation, okay? All right, Gula, the Babylonian goddess of medicine and healing, has come to guide you as a blessing and for your well-being. You're being invited to address the areas of your life that need healing. Perhaps you have moved so quickly through your life that you've forgotten about self-care. Perhaps the stories you've told yourself about who you are need healing. We don't always see that we are hurting ourselves or others. Take heart, for Gula comes into your world as your ally, saying that now is the most auspicious time to focus on healing in all aspects of your life. Only good things will come from your actions here. In fact, now is also the perfect time when you can be assured that you will heal rifts with others as well. Be sincere and call upon Gula for this precious commitment. You may also be called to a path of the healer now. If so, the goddess Gula supports this wholeheartedly. You need to be willing, respect others, and do no harm. Miracles will arise out of nowhere. Beautiful. So, I don't need to say really any more about that. That's pretty concise about what she does. Now, not to say that you can't ask her, like if you're going through some kind of physicality healing that you need, there's absolutely zero harm in calling upon her to help you in that area as well. I'm just getting that there's a more mental reason why she's kind of showing up in your life, okay? I'm just gonna get some clarity using the tarot here, okay? Please give me clear insight into what. Okay, interesting. Okay, beautiful. What got stuck? Ooh, I can't find it now. You're hiding it well. Ooh, hiding it so well. Did it reverse back? Shh. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So something's going on here with you. Pile number 2. Something, yeah, it reversed back. Interesting. Because it flipped over in the deck. Something's really stuck into you. Something is on your mind. Once again, you need to heal your mind. Okay. Some more insight into what's going on with pile number 2. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Very, very perfect on point. All right. So first thing that's coming up is the 5 of Wands, which is really talking about conflicts with others. But usually within small circles. So this could be within your family, you know, your household, your close friends, your, you know, coworkers, people that you spend a fair bit of time with and who have an impact on your life. So this could be a mentor as well. I'm hearing that, like, maybe you have somebody at work that you're, you know, if you're in the trades and you're mentoring and you're kind of having conflict with them, but you're hiding it because you feel like you don't have a voice or like a right to your voice. So death came up, which is beautiful. And I'm going to tell you why. Because right afterwards, we have the 4 of Swords, which talks about taking time to yourself. And this man kind of just looks like he's, I always think of him like as part of the coffin. Like the man that you see is actually not the man. He's in this coffin and there's just this like gold mold of him. And what it really represents is this, like, this is where he's laying. But he's not dead, he's sleeping. He's having a good, deep sleep. And the death card really comes to signify that what you're doing is just not working anymore and something needs to change. Because death doesn't come without this dawn on the horizon. All right, death doesn't come without birth. So what especially from what the goddess helps with, what's really signifying to me is that mentally you are beating yourself up because you don't feel confident in what you're saying. You don't feel like others are even going to listen, really. And so it's really your mental space, like I was saying, that needs to change. And I think that you really need to take time for self-care. She had mentioned that in the book as well, that you have been, let me say this here. You've been so focused on the wrong that others have been giving you that you're not focused on the taking care of part. Like, you're focused more on like that wasn't fair. That person shouldn't have said that. They shouldn't be doing that. Why do they do that? You're so focused on them that you've lost touch with yourself. And that's why your health has gone down. So you might be suffering from mental illness right now. You might be suffering from physical illness. You might be suffering from just overall brain fog or being weighed down right now. It feels very heavy. But that's why I was saying the cravings. Like, the craving is an interesting thing. Sorry. Some of my family just got home and so my dogs just go off. So the craving is an interesting thing. The craving is, it might be food, and sometimes cravings just come, they manifest in different areas of our life. So when you're not taking good care of yourself, you, like, mentally, it may manifest as craving like sweet food or like salty food. It may also just be in the case of your body is craving to have its needs met. It's craving to have time to sleep and time to rest. It may be, I'm craving to go get my nails done. I'm craving to just have some time away from the madness. Like, you might be craving a death. You might be just like, everyone just stop. I just want to like stop right now. I don't mean a literal death. Although, you know, sometimes our mind does go there. That's normal and human. But like, you know, just that like, it just needs to stop. I just can't do this anymore. Like, it needs to stop. I feel like you've had this chatter in your mind constantly, and it's not your own chatter. It's like your own chatter, but it's like, you know, when like you get into this, like maybe like this tiff with somebody, and then later you're in the shower and you're just like, yeah, well, and you have this like perfect thing. You're like, I could have said that, it would have been amazing, but you didn't. And you're like, and then you beat yourself up, and then this whole cycle keeps going around. And meanwhile, this situation only lasted like 2 minutes, but you've been on it for like 10 hours, you know? So you're what's keeping all this madness alive. It doesn't need to exist beyond the moment that it happens. And even then, it doesn't really need to affect you as much as it is. Now, that being said, I really understand why it does. I sympathize with you 100%. I have been here. Trust me, I have been here. But really what I'm getting is that you need to call on this goddess Gula, which has such a beautiful ring to it, Goddess Gula. Ask her to come in and to help you to reorient your thoughts. Help her to heal you, like ask her to help heal your mind. And really, what you can do is you can just ask her to help guide you in these situations that are difficult, because I'm sorry, I just want the barking to go down. I don't think you'll be able to hear me. This is a perfect actual representation for what I feel like you've been feeling. Just constant, it's not stopping, it's just so loud, and it's back and forth, and it's over almost nothing, right? So I think this is actually coming in as a reminder. I'm sorry, I really do want them to stop. Okay, I think you're right. Okay, so okay, there we go. There, everybody's in the house now, and now they can stop freaking out. All right, so let's use that as an example. Right when you feel like you're done, you're not done. This is just showing me how you've been feeling. This is important. I'm gonna get more. There's a lot getting choked up here. Okay. A lot of movement here. You really want to run away from the situations. You feel like you're, and don't feel like you feel like you're emotionally able to deal with a lot of these things. I feel like just as you kind of put yourself back together, like you have like an emotional feeling, and then as soon as you put yourself back together, it's like some kind of chaos happens, and you're like, like I just put myself back together, and now I'm fine, but I don't have, I'm not strong enough right now to just continue dealing with it. I have to just take some time away. And I honestly think that's kind of what you need to do. The Chariot here is coming up with, beside the Knight of Wands, you want to run away fast. Like you want to just go. I think that's where the Death card comes in too. This just wanting to like have an end, just end it. Like I'm so done with it. I want a new chapter. Which when the Death card comes up, that's actually what it's showing you. If you want a new chapter, it's because one is actually about to begin. You're calling one in. If you're focusing on wanting that, you're actually manifesting that. So that's really good. All right. You are doing the right thing by wanting it, manifesting it. Good. Only problem comes from running away. Now that's kind of like the fight or flight response, which makes me feel like you're in a lot of stress, like over stressed. You feel extraordinarily worn down and done. And that kind of stress is what ends up kind of like manifesting in physical problems as well. Not to say that physical disease is not worse than mental disease. Mental disease is actually worse because it's where it all starts, and because when physical disease starts manifesting, the mental disease doesn't go away. So now you've got both to deal with. But that's why I'm kind of saying the running away thing isn't what you should do, although it is what, I want to say this in the right way so it doesn't get misconstrued. You probably want to go home. You know, you might be at that point where you're like, I just want to go home, which is a very normal feeling. But let me tell you something. I have actually recently experienced this entire feeling, so I'm going to speak from my experience. Whenever you feel like this and you want to run away, you want to go home type of thing. And when I'm saying home, I really just mean anywhere that feels peaceful and together and your own. It doesn't necessarily have to mean your physical house. Just wanting to go back home is this feeling of wanting to go away from the madness and the outside chaos, wanting to go back into your little sanctuary and retreat. And so that in itself is actually an ascension symptom. And by that, I mean, I feel like healing came up, and she also spoke in the book about becoming a healer. I have a feeling that you're going through this chaos right now because you're meant to end this cycle. This chaotic cycle is meant to end. You're meant to want to find your home and start making action steps towards going there, which is just your life purpose, really. It's like getting on track, which the Chariot brings out again. Being on track with your life purpose, being on the right road. So right now, instead of running away, what I want you to focus on, one, is calling in this goddess to help you anytime. She's saying it doesn't matter, night, day, rain, shine. If you need healing, if you don't need, whatever it is, call on this goddess. She's going to show up, and she's just going to help nurture you in these moments of feeling lower, okay? So first thing, you feel low, I want you to acknowledge that. I feel low right now. I feel like shit. I feel like running away. I don't feel good. I feel like I want to go home. I feel like uncertain. I feel tired. I feel lethargic. I feel impatient. Whatever it is, first, just acknowledge it. That is so healthy and important. Acknowledge, don't suppress. That is going to cause more problems. Second, call on this goddess. Goddess Gula, please aid me in this situation. Please help me. You don't need to explain everything. They exist in a very different dimension than ours, and they can understand our intention before we even vocalize it. So you don't need to say it out loud. You just need to call on this goddess and ask for her help, okay? And she will know exactly where to help you. So that's the second thing I want you to do. Third thing I want you to do is to try and find one thing a week that you can do that is going to be working towards your life purpose. You know, if it's working on a different career, if it's, you know, getting more physically fit, if it's drinking more water. One day where you just count all the bottles that you're drinking and just like hammer it in. Maybe you're just like sitting at the top, just like throwing back water. One day a week. That's really not that much, right? We can do that. We can do that. One day a week where you take a nap. One day a week where you say no to somebody. One day a week where you do something really, really positive for yourself. And ask this goddess to be around you and with you during this time as well. Okay? But we're going to get you back on track. Okay? This is a very hard time. It can be a very overwhelming and demoralizing time in your life. And that's okay. It means that you're meant for better things and that you're actually asking for them. You're like, I'm done with this. This isn't for me anymore. You're asking for better things. That's good. That's self-care. Okay. So this is a bit of a heavier reading pile too, but I have a lot of faith in you. You got two queens on the deck and you got the Knight of Wands. You have a lot of passion, and whatever you put your sights on, you can actually accomplish this. It may seem out of reach, and that's fine. We all start from somewhere. The greats all started from nowhere, and that's where we all begin. It doesn't, just because you're not where you want to be doesn't mean you can't go there. I want you to know that if you start, you will get there. The moment that you choose your path, it's the right one for you, and you're going to get there. You just have to take one step at a time, even if it's one step a week, okay? Do it slowly, do it at your own pace, and please focus on yourself. If they do something bad, kind of just go, whatever, like, whatever. If people are bothering you outside, whatever. And just, you can't do it one day, call into work. You can't do it, just, I'm going to go take a long lunch. I'm going to go, you know what, I'm not going to have lunch with you today. I need to sit and do homework or whatever the hell it is. Just make an excuse and get out of there. Protect yourself first right now, okay? It's very important. Okay, so that's all I have for you, pile number 2. All of my love and light to you. I know you can do this. I hope to see you again soon. And good luck, okay? Goddess Gula. Goddess Gula. Ask her to come. She will. Okay? Bye. Have a beautiful day. All right, so this is for everyone who chose crystal number 3. Is this beautiful pink and gold crystal. And once again, I have no idea what the name of this is. And if you do, I would love to hear what it is down in the comments below. But this is your reading, okay? Okay. I'm feeling a couple things from you right away. Okay. I'm just going to first ask this goddess to come through. Whatever one wants to work with you right now, okay? Which goddess would like to come through and work with pile number 3? Everyone who chose this pile, who is going to come and work with these people? Which goddess would like to come out and help and assist? Okay. I feel she could possibly help you, but I have no idea how to pronounce this goddess's name. Ain. I'm gonna say Ain. Goddess Ain. A-I-N-E. Goddess Ain. I'm really not too sure. There's also an accent aigu over A, so Ain. Ain. I'm very horrible with enunciation. So please, if you know how to pronounce this goddess's name, let me know in the comment section below, okay? This is her, and she's going to be coming through for you, okay? So what she brings forward is adaptability, and I have never worked with this goddess before, so I'm going to be reading from the goddess deck book to just get further insight into what she is going to be doing for you, okay? So what I'm getting from you right away, pile number 3, there's this like, it's hard for me to talk. It's hard for me to want to bring something up. It's like I feel as though I know that there's something there. I know that there's a couple words that are on my mind, but it's really hard for me to want to bring them up. It's making me feel like there's really difficult things going on in your life right now, and you don't really feel like there's people that you can maybe talk to about it, or if you can, you feel like you're gonna get judged. You almost feel like you think that if you're gonna talk to somebody, they're gonna see it as like a cry for help rather than, which it kind of is, but you're like, I don't want to be seen as somebody who needs like help. I just want to be seen. You want help though too. It's just you don't like associating yourself with needing help. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of wing depiction right now. Wow. A lot of wings. You have a lot of angels surrounding you right now. You are not alone. You really are not alone. There has been a whirlwind of things going on. I feel like okay, so she's number 1. She's card number 1. So immediately you're starting something new. I feel like you feel way overwhelmed right now. Like, as if you've got so many wings around. I've seen so many wings, but I feel as though like you feel as though you've got these brand new wings that like this big gust of wind took you up and you're like, whoa, I can't manage this wind. I can't manage this storm. And you're feeling really put out by this. So I'm just going to read, like I said, I haven't worked with this goddess before, so I'm going to read from the book and just let you know what she's more about. And then we'll pull from the tarot cards and we'll get more insight into your situation, okay? Excusez-moi. Okay. So, when you've set intentions for how your life could be different, better, fuller, juicier, prosperous, creative, more meaningful, etc., adaptability is the power you'll need to rely on. The old familiar you, the one who is used to your comfort zone, is now invited to dance in uncharted territory. The question to ask yourself as you step into the unknown are, who do I need to become in order to express this life I desire? What in me needs to shift so I can welcome this amazing abundance? You may want to pull an extra card after your reading. A message from another goddess may grant you further insight into your answers. Oh my God. That's in brackets. So that other goddess came up for a reason. Girl, stop. Okay, we're going to talk about that too. Okay, so. Wow, see? Okay. Know you have everything you need right now. You are aligned with the Celtic shapeshifter goddess Ain. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really horrible at enunciation. Who could move effortlessly between our world and the world of fairy. Her powerful and adaptability is sparkling within you. Magic is afoot. Okay, so world of a fairy. So many wings. So much wing, and like finding out newness about yourself, starting a new journey at the very beginning of a journey. Okay, so let's go back to this card. This card that came out, which was Yi, the sun. Goddess Yi. Okay. One, also, like, how gorgeous is that goddess? I love her. My God, she's sparkling and gorgeous and just so, like, open and brave. I feel like there's so much bravery in her. Oh my God. I love this card so much. Oh my goodness. Is she the last? No, I think is there 52? 50. Okay, so interesting. You got the first and the second to last. She's not the last goddess, but she is the second to last. So I'm just going to read a bit about her, seeing as the experience reading hers was really good. Okay. When you shine your light into the world, you will attract various people and experiences that match or challenge your commitment to being empowered. Remember that. Right now, you are receiving information to know which choice to make, which opportunity to take, and which person to trust. The Aboriginal Australian sun goddess Yi illuminates your path with her rays and brings clarity as she shows you what you need to know. Oh. A bright light also attracts a lot of bugs, so know that you may also attract those who see themselves smaller as a result of your empowerment. This is conditioning that needs to be healed in many people in the world. All you can do is be incandescent and joyful, kind and truthful, and the world will begin to reflect that goddess back in you. The goddess Yi is happy to help you shine. Oh my God. Okay, so you're becoming this new person. You're feeling like you need help, but you probably also have no one who can help you because everyone around you is in this old vibration, this old match of who you used to be. It's hard and lonely and scary, but you have two goddesses who came for you. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Okay. I'm losing my voice again. I don't know what it is about you. Pile number 3, you are going through a glow up. You are going through a crazy transformation. Losing my voice. It's like I'm not able to keep speaking from the same source anymore. You're going to be it's difficult when you're learning to walk, you fall a lot, right? So when you're learning something new, when you're learning how to be yourself, when she said trust, who to trust, you got to, I think really deeply, you're learning how to trust yourself from now on. And you used to be very, I think that's what it is. You wish that there could be people that you could rely on, but there hasn't been. And that's what's forcing you to change and trust yourself. Oh, everything is just coming full circle right now. Okay, so beautiful. You've got Ayn and Yi who are coming to you and helping you. Okay, I'm on board. Let's go. Let's see what tarot has to say about your situation. It's really difficult for me to talk right now. Okay. What they might be saying is preserve your voice. It's not about proving or doing anything outwardly right now. It's about but it's about going inside and healing inside and becoming inside. I think the reason I'm losing my voice right now is because they're trying to say, that it's not about you vocalizing what's happening. It's not about you talking to anybody else right now. I feel like it really is just about going inside and becoming. Just becoming. And the sun. I think you've been sad for way too long. Pile number 3. Okay, let's get more insight. Okay. So what is going on with pile number 3? Insight into their situation right now. Okay, what got stuck? Oh. Okay, what got stuck is the Fool, which is basically the start of a journey, start of something new. You're scared. You're really scared to go through this. It's okay. Yeah, that's totally okay. Beautiful. You need to let this go. You've been really depressed. That's the word I was trying to say earlier, but I couldn't say it. I didn't want to say it because you don't want to say it. you have been carrying this for so long. You just need to let it off. You have so much support right now. Now is the time. So what I'm really getting is that you have been fighting this. You've been resisting letting this go. Because you've identified with this for so long. You started to identify with your pain. It's become your normal. This like ache in your side has just become the way you live now, and that's not okay. You deserve much better than that. You don't deserve to be in pain every day. No, unacceptable. You need to choose that. Unacceptable. I need to be happy. I need to feel fulfilled. I need to feel energized and blessed and good. No more pain. Now pain comes with everything. Pain comes with living. But living in the pain is suffering, and that's not okay. We don't want to suffer. That's not glorious. That's not glamorous. It's not okay to suffer. Suffering doesn't make you more virtuous. Suffering isn't a great thing. We are supposed to move through the suffering. I heard this saying a while back that says if you're going through hell, keep going. Don't stop and set up camp. And I feel like you have. I just got a truck horn that went off. It kind of startled me a little bit. I feel like that's what happens when we're suffering, when we're so weak. Everything sets us off. Everything is alarming. So it's hard to stay. I feel like you don't want to step forward into this new light. You don't want to step forward into this new path. I'm going to get a little bit into why. What is holding you back right now? Once again, we got stuck. Okay, you are so scared of the unknown. You're so terrified what's going to happen because you're like, it's already gotten so bad. I can't deal with anything worse. I can't deal with more. But what these goddesses are coming through, one, they're coming through to help you. So you can always call on them. From this point until your last, you can call on these goddesses. They're in your life now. They've come to you. Okay? They've come out to you. If you clicked on this video, it's because they wanted you to come and click on this video, choose this beautiful pile, and tell you, hey, we're here to help you. Okay? Now, there are things you have to let go of. And that's the hard thing, letting go of. So I want to just show you the imagery of this, okay? This is you holding on to way too many things. It's bowling you over. You think this guy can last this way? He can't even look what's ahead of him. He can't even look up. We look up because we're happy. We look down when we're sad. We watch our feet when we're not confident in where we're going. And that's where you are. That's not where we want to stay. Honey, we're going to get you out of this. Okay? Let's get you out of this. Now, just as in comparison, okay? Look at how light the Fool travels. Look at how light he travels. He's got one of these. He took one of them. He put the rest of the 9 down. He took one of them. He tied a couple of his precious belongings. He's also got this beautiful white, is it a rose? Yes, it's a white rose in his hand, which shows, the white is like a purity symbol of like, white light has every spectrum of color in it, right? And white also casts shadow. So light, like that white pure light that comes off of like the sun, that encompasses everything. But the rose has this courage of it. It blooms beautifully, but it's got thorns because it knows how beautiful it is. It's going to be plucked. It's saying he's holding this rose as kind of a representation of who he knows he is. He knows that he's this all-encompassing light that holds all these prospects and needs to be protected by the thorns. So he's not going to weigh himself down anymore. He's going to take flight. He's going to go where it's appreciated. He's going to go where he's appreciated. And so there's this dog that follows him, okay? And what that's really representing is, it's bringing back to me rather what it said in the book of that when you shine bright, you attract bugs. Just because people are attracted to you or are brought into your life doesn't mean they're for you. And this is where trusting yourself comes in and rebirthing yourself, okay? So feel like in your life, you've let a lot of things in and you are unhappy with that. So you're like, how could I have trusted myself? How can I trust myself when this is the life that I have now? And if I create my own life, then look at the crap that I have. But you didn't trust yourself. Those choices didn't come from your intuition. They came from your fear. And that's why you have what you have now. If you start to trust yourself and act from that kind of place, that place in your heart, you're going to bring forth all these more beautiful things. But you're scared. You're scared to look inside and you're scared to dig things up. You're feeling very low right now. So, I'm sorry, I'm very tired. I'm feeling very tired with you. I've been yawning a lot in this. And I just feel like you're kind of kaput, you're done. But if we're seeing the Fool and the number 1 with Ain, I really feel like you're at the end of a cycle. And the fact that she's like second to last here at this deck, it's really, and we've got the 10 of Wands, it's really showing me these like completed cycles. Like, you could keep doing this if you want. Not that you want to. But if you, I'm going to be really blunt with you right now, okay? I'm going to be as gentle as I can because I know the situation you're in. If you don't choose yourself, this will take you. This will claim you. This pain will claim you. And that's not who you are. You are the sun. You are bright. Okay? You are meant to shine. But you are so meant to shine for yourself. Do you think the sun is cold when it shines for the world? No! The sun is boiling hot. Okay? It's shining for itself first. It's keeping itself first. And what it can give is giving. And it gives just the right amount. You know, too much, we'd be burning up, and too little, we'd all be dead because we'd be frozen. You know, but that sun is always warm. And I think that's where you need to get back to, is warming yourself. You are so scared of the unknown right now. And that's okay. That's okay. I just want some uplifting, positive thing for this pile. Can we get some uplifting messages, Spirit? Uplifting messages for pile 3. Some beautiful, uplifting messages. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I'm just very interested. So, it's okay. We gotta talk about it. I know I said uplifting messages, so we're gonna talk about everything here. First thing that got stuck is the Heartbreak card and the 5 of Wands, which is like basically just attacking yourself and hurting yourself, hurting your heart. So here's one thing. Here's a lesson coming up. It's telling me that the biggest thing that's blocked right now is your heart chakra, okay? All of this crap, all of this aggression or this back and forth, this hostility, there's like a lot of like, you're just, it's like you're so low though, you can't be angry anymore. You're just sad. And it got stuck in the deck. Both of these got stuck in the deck. So they're stuck in you. You need to let them out. So the first blessing is knowing this is what's going to help you. Feel how you feel. And I feel like the last card reading that I did as well, I wonder if you chose one of those piles. We talked about this. It's so important to let out how you feel. Let out your emotions. Start writing letters to people. Start crying in the woods. Do whatever you can to let these emotions out, okay? Because they're stuck in you. And the moment these are unstuck is the moment you can start to heal, okay? So let's just put that away. Let's not deal with that anymore. Now, this one came out, it didn't come out on its own. I had to draw this card, okay? So that's going to be an important thing later. But this here, these are what came out. So you have a lot of hope inside of you. And that hope is very hard to kill. Even when you're surrounded by this much heaviness. The fact that these 2 goddesses are here means that not only are you are so worth saving, but that there is a very divine plan for you. And maybe you were meant to feel this kind of anguish. Sometimes the world works in these kinds of 2 polarity sides, you know, and we have to understand duality, which is both sides of ourselves, to really enjoy life. The 2 of Wands comes up, and what I'm really thinking about is 2 things really. One, this man's kind of stuck inside this castle, and he's looking outside. He's holding... You need to take also a nap. Rest your mind. Stop... I feel like if you're a student and you're studying a lot, just take a night off. One night is not going to be the difference between a grade level, okay? Or especially a letter grade level. It's just not, okay? And if it costs you this kind of agony, it's not worth it. I want you to start asking yourself this question: what is the price of your peace? Okay? Take one night off. Just give yourself a rest. There's so much chatter. There's so much going on. It's like painful in my head. So, okay, this guy, he's in the castle and he's looking out and he's got the world in his hand. The whole world in his hand. And he's standing between two decisions. He can either stay on the inside looking out, or he can choose to go on the outside and know that he'll have to look in from the outside. Now, there's a whole world out there. Possibilities. A whole world out there of possibilities for him. It's about the courage to get yourself out. Now, right now may not be the time to just jump the ship and, you know, fly off and leave where you can take a nap. But they're also saying, if where you are is not safe, if where you are is not doing you justice, if where you are there isn't a place to sleep and to stop and to nap and to self-care, then you will only have enough energy now. You will only have as much energy as you have now to leave. Okay? Because another week, you're going to be lower. Because if you don't have this place to nap, to stay, to rest, to reboot yourself, if you don't have that where you are right now, how do you think in another week or another month you're going to feel if you're not taking that time for yourself to rest? You're not going to get better. You're going to get worse. So right now is the time that you have the most energy. So they are saying jump ship. If you don't have a place to, if you have like, you know, there's a lot, you're very overwhelmed, you're very, very burdened. But you do have, I'm so sorry. My dogs just go off sometimes. We get a lot of mail delivered to my house and they just go off. A lot. But this is really representation. This is a big representation of what's going on in your head. A lot of chaos. I'm going to say it again. If you don't have a safe place where you are, you have to leave. Okay? Have to leave. You feel like you have no energy now, just wait another week. Wait another month. You're not going to get more energy. It doesn't just miraculously appear one day. You have to take care of yourself now. Okay? Now, the blessing part is that when you choose that, you are going to be supported. You are going to be taken care of. There is actually going to be a lot of prosperity coming in. It's funny, earlier today I did a reading for my mom and this card came up and I told her that I had never done a card reading ever where this was a positive representation. I had always seen this as more of a negative representation. And just lo and behold today, you get it in a positive way. So that means to me, you are making things change. You've made my day change already. And you didn't have to do anything. You just had to sit there and be you. So right away, we've got the King of Wands and we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Once again, we've got a 9. We're ending cycles here. I'm so sorry for yawning so much. But what I'm seeing here is that, so I'm just going to do it this way here so you can see. So he's in between two different choices, which we talked about at length. He's looking towards the choice he made, and he's sitting on a throne doing it. He's sitting on the success. Now, because he's dead staring at the choice he made, this wand here, he may not know that he's sitting on a throne. He may not know his seat has changed, okay? What they're saying is this choice that you're going to make, that you know the right answer to, because you're wise, is going to lead you to this garden of abundance. And the reason I know it's positive instead of negative this time is because this morning I was focusing on this hand, this gloved, protected hand. And this time I'm noticing this hand, which it looks like she's wearing a ring with a big bunch of grapes over top of it. It looks like she's wearing abundance. And when I look at her cloak, she's wearing all these flowers, okay? I'm not going to go into the entire process of how I do this, but I can do that in a different video if you'd like. But what I'm really getting from this is that you're actually going to take a step away from what you know into the unknown. You're scared of doing that. Guess what the unknown is? It's abundance. It's prosperity. You're draped in it. How can you go from being so low to being so high. It's hitting rock bottom. You hit the bottom. There's only one other place to go. You could tunnel through to the same level that you're at, but you don't have enough strength to do that, which is a blessing. The only strength you have left is the strength to pull yourself up. And you don't have to do it alone. You have these two beautiful goddesses coming through to you. So this is kind of getting a little bit lengthy, and I know that this is a heavier topic, but I really want you to know two things. One, you are not alone. Please know that, love. You are not alone. You have so much support around you. When you cannot see it, believe it, feel it, okay? Sight is a very unreliable way to see. What was that? Ooh, I've got chills. What was that? Only you're gonna have seen that. I didn't see it. It's coming from behind me. But I turned around, I saw the moon. The moon's up right now. Okay? Right now, we're in our waxing crescent. We are gaining light right now. We just finished the new moon, which is the beginning of a cycle, and we are entering light. Light, there is only light on the horizon now. It is going to get brighter every single day. Every day. Okay? And really, the only place to go is up. So if you imagine yourself at the very bottom of that tunnel and you're looking up, every single step you take is going to be a little bit brighter towards the top. I promise. You are not alone. And you are divinely supported. So please call in. Once again, it's like I can't even say it. Aine, A-I-N-E, Goddess Aine and Goddess Yi. Call these two goddesses in. Ask them to just support you, to be with you whenever you need help. If you need someone to listen to, call them in and ask them to just be a loving ear. And this energy, this kind of goddess feminine energy is always willing to give, always willing to nurture, always willing to repair. It is what feminine does best, to take care. So my love, all of the love and light to you. You've got this. If you're strong enough to carry this weight, you're strong enough to pull yourself up. And you're strong enough to take the blindfold off and to do it, to go outward. Not outward as in, like we said, it's important to go inward right now, but to go out in life, to go out from the cage you're in, to go out from the prison you feel like you're stuck in. You're not. It is all a perceived limitation. It's not really there. No one is holding you captive except for yourself. And these goddesses are going to help show you the strength that you have within. So I love you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. One thing a week that makes you feel good, relaxed, taken care of. That's all you have to do right now. And you're going to be fine. You're going to pull through. You really are. I have all the faith in you in the world. Okay? I hope to see you guys next time. Bye. Wait. Interesting that I forgot about this card. Wow. Guys. So remember before I talk about this card, remember how I said that this didn't come out? I had to pull it out. It's the Six of Wands. This is success. This is acknowledgement. This is movement, but this is ultimate, this is acknowledgement for your success. You can do this. You have to choose it. It's not going to fall out for you. You have to choose this. You choose this, it's going to come. Wow. Success. Beautiful success. Like I said, the only thing on the horizon right now is light for you. Beautiful things are coming. Get some sleep. Okay? You're going to need it.